Hey there, folks. It's Jimmy Stewart here, hoping this is finding you all doing well. In today's video, I broke out the FFLGS, the double neck, the 12-6 from the good folks at Firebird Music and Firefly Guitars. I haven't had this out in a while, and realized when I did the information on the big drop from last week and just prior to that, you know, they came out with the last, they came out with all the new rosewood tellies and the rosewood strats and some new LPs or SPs as they call them. They also dropped a bunch more of the FFLGS, the double necks, these in the SG style. And of course I did this one, got this about a year and a half ago. I think in January 23 I did the initial review of this. And they've been spotty, you know, because, you know, let's face it, a double neck is more of a niche type guitar. You know, not every guitarist has a double neck. Although, hey, wait, come here. Secretly down now, every guitarist I've ever known really did want one. I mean, let's face it, everybody wanted to get their Jimmy on or their, you know, Don Felder on at some point in time, right? I mean, having a double neck is pretty cool. But again, is it really necessary? Of course not, unless you know, you're in a tribute band or something like that and you're doing a couple of songs where you really want to look authentic and you want that double neck style going on. The song calls for it, you know, 2 or 3 songs during a night. So really to go out and spend that kind of money, I mean, you know, the Gibsons are like $8 grand or something like that. Even the Epiphone double necks are like in that $1,200, $1,300, $1,400 range. These are on www.guitarsgarden. That's the official website of Firefly Guitars, by the way. www.guitarsgarden, guitars with an S, garden.com. And these are in stock right now for $399.91 or something like that, right? I mean, they're under $400. You add your $37 or whatever it is for shipping, you're still looking at less than $450 sent to your door. Oh, and by the way, guys, it comes with a hard shell case. Let's do the quick flyby I did on the pool table just before bringing this out, and I'll show you what this guitar looks like. Again, I did the review back in January of 2023. I went through all the specs then. I'm not going to go through them all now. Just wanted to kind of let you know that they're back in stock. And if you've been looking for a double neck, they even have the 4-6 as well in a cherry red type of color. But they have the 12-6 like this in 3 different colors, including this one here, which is kind of an off-white, or I'd call it more of a cream yellow. They have a white version of it as well, and they have that transparent red version of it. All 12-6 models, okay? And of course they have the 4-6 as well. That's the bass on top with the 6 on the bottom. Very, very cool guitar. Again, if you're in that type of situation where you've got to switch off to bass for a couple of songs, I remember the bass player in one of my first bands did a couple of numbers where he sang, but he didn't like to sing and play bass at the same time. So I would switch over to bass. And it would have been cool back then to have, you know, just strap on that double neck and just go to the bass when I needed to. But didn't have them back then. Well, they had them, but again, unaffordable for the average musician. For you guys, magician? Did I say magician? Musician. Well, musicians are magicians. Think of it that way. But back in that day, you know, you couldn't afford to do it. Can't afford to do it now either, in my opinion. I mean, to go out and buy a guitar like that you're only going to use occasionally. And that's kind of what I mean by niche type of market. Again, and that's the really cool thing about Firebird Music that I really, really like, is that they go out on the limb. They do things like this. They'll do Dobros, and they'll do Little Sisters, and they'll do Relict, and they'll do EVH type style guitars. Again, small markets around those guitars, but cool nonetheless, you know? And they are back in stock. So if you have been anywhere near thinking about picking up a double neck, but just couldn't see spending that kind of money for something, again, that you're not going to use all the time, maybe think about it. I would for sure. You know, again, for $450 or less. Again, lower 48 states, guys. They will not send these overseas, unfortunately, at this point in time. just for the U.S. market and just for the lower 48. No Alaskas, no Hawaiis. Shipping is just too crazy to go over to those areas, okay? Sorry about that. If you're overseas, look for a mail proxy or something. I know they're out there. It'll cost you more money, obviously, but there's ways to do it. Check it out on the internet. Google it. See if you can find a way to have it sent stateside and then maybe have somebody in a mail proxy business send it to you. That's about the only way I know of. Anyway, let's get back to the guitar. These are mahogany-bodied, SG-styled double necks with mahogany necks. Again, they are double bound on both sides. They got these split, what do they call these? Paragoligium, or I can't remember how you even call these parallel split dot markers going up. Again, you got a 6 on the bottom and a 12 on the top. You've got painted headstocks. They're still using the nice, these are pretty nice tuners. Again, they've been holding for me. Again, I've had this guitar over a year and a half, no issues. Both equipped with double humbuckers, this with the uncovered humbuckers, this with the covered. And people say, well, why'd they do that, Jimmy, on these? Well, I honestly think it's because having the uncovered on the 12 string gives it more ring, gives it some more high end. I think it sounds pretty cool. Again, we'll do some quick tone checks on this outside of that beginning there. And of course, you've got a single volume and tone control with three-way switches down here. Now the switches work in conjunction with both guitars. So for instance, let me go and get a patch going here. All right, so let's do some tone checks with these just briefly again. Outside of that beginning there that you heard. I don't know what I was doing there. I was having fun though. So on this, for instance, this first switch right here, again, you got single volume and tone. This first switch allows you to switch between the bottom SG style guitar and the top 12 string. So if you're at the bottom like so, it'll just be this 6 string here, I believe. Oh, let's get the tuner off. And then this switch will dictate which pickups you're in. So for instance, right now, that was in the bridge. That's both pickups. And that's just the neck. Again, I'm just in the 6th string here. Okay, so that's the 6th string. Now, if I go up to here and bring the 12 string in, so now I'm in the 12 string, and this again will dictate whether I'm in the bridge, both, or neck. Okay. So right now I am in the bridge. This is the neck. It's very, very cool. Okay, and then both of them. Both pickups I meant in the 12 string side of the guitar. Okay, now if I go to the middle with this, this gives me both guitars. Okay. So there you go. You got them both going. cool. So the 612 FFLGS from Firebird Music. Again, check them out. I'm going to show you just a couple more pics from the website at www.guitarsgarden.com. Check them out. They're available, guys. And these, I mean, it comes with a nice case for those that remember the cases that they did way back when for the FFTH and the FFPTH, those black cases with the Firebird logo in brass, Firefly logo on the nice cases. Again, I showed you in the flyby. The case is very, very nice, and it comes with the guitar, which is wonderful because you don't want to pick up. I mean, I've seen a couple of other versions of budget style 12 strings, and they don't come with a case, and they're running around the same price as the Firefly does. So, I mean, you're getting, you know, I know the FFLG cases that they had, again, way back when, those cases were running around $90 a piece, right? So you're getting a double neck case along with the guitar for, you know, $399.91, and then you add your shipping, you're still under $450 for just, you know, a really, really nice, well-built guitar. Weight on these is not terrible. They're not 30 pounds or anything like this. This is right around 16.5 pounds for the whole thing. It is again, it's a solid built guitar. These also have the stainless frets with the, you know, with the ball ends, stainless steel frets. You got bone nuts on both, decent tuners. Again, you know, your stop bar, your tail pieces, 3-ply pick guards. These are mahogany body with mahogany necks, rosewood fretboards. Really, really nice, folks. If you're interested at all in a double neck guitar, and I know, come on, guys, every guitar player secretly wanted to get a double neck at some point. Just couldn't justify spending all that kind of money on something they're going to use on occasion. This is a good reason to get those tones going, guys, if you've ever wanted to do it. So anyway, that's what I wanted to show you today. They are in stock once again. The boys are back in town. If you've been looking, check them out on www.guitarsgarden.com. All right. So, folks, I'm going to wrap it up for today. Until next time, it's Jimmy Stewart saying so long. Please take care of yourselves. Please stay safe. Please stay healthy. Be kind to each other. And, folks, if you're new to the channel, I'm going to direct you back to watch the original video on this, the original review and demo that I did. Take a look at it. Again, it was about 1.5 years ago, January of 23, when these came out. And again, they're back finally. The boys are back in town. Until next time, folks, take care of yourselves. Talk to you all again very, very soon. Bye-bye for now.